This question came from Sylvie in my Telegram channel. I wanted to ask you about fibroids in the womb. Do you have a tip on how I could begin to heal them? The doctors see only one way: surgery and removing the entire womb. But I feel this is not right for me. First, because I do not want to lose my feminine center, and second, because I sense that there is a message behind this that I need to understand. And yes, many women have exactly this problem. In fact, I also experienced it more than 40 years ago. Today, I would like to give you an answer. And yes, everything I often speak about begins on an energetic level. The womb is not only an organ, it is a sacred space, a center of your feminine creative power. And when something shows up there, such as FIBROIDS, then the real cause always lies deeper in the energetic. I want to speak more about this in a moment, why such dense formations can appear, which message may be behind them, and how this energy can be brought into healing on an energetic and soul level. So please stay with me until the end, because that is where I will show you how you can begin to see your womb again as a source of power and healing. And it is also very important that I say this clearly. I'm not giving medical advice here, but I'm sharing my view of an energetic and soul dimension of fibroids. Medical decisions should always be made together with your trusted doctor. This is a very important topic when I speak about female energy, and especially when women face the decision of whether to have their womb removed. The womb is not simply an organ. It is the center of our feminine being, our creative potential, and our inner strength. It carries memories, emotions, and often also unresolved themes from the entire line of female ancestors. When something becomes visible here, such as fibroids, it shows not only a medical aspect, but it also touches the very heart of our female soul. And many women feel torn between two worlds in this situation. On one side, the doctors who often quickly recommend surgery, and on the other side, the deep inner knowing that this decision would have far-reaching consequences for their womanhood. This is exactly where I want to look deeper with you. What does it really mean when the body challenges us in this way? What message does it carry for our womanhood, our creativity, and our inner center? Let us now speak about how something like a fibroid can even develop. Every form that shows itself in the body always begins first on an energetic level. This means before something becomes visible, it has already condensed as energy, as a blockage, as an unfelt emotion, or as an unlived power. The condensed energy, the energetic blockage, is what can then also show up physically, for example in the form of a fibroid. So let us look more closely at what is really happening on an energetic level. Your body and your energy system are naturally perfect. In their natural state, energy flows freely. You feel healthy, alive, and full of strength. What makes us vulnerable is something else, our thoughts. Yet even the thoughts we think are not random. They are closely tied to the emotions we feel. And often we are not even aware of these emotions. The reason is, most of the time we are running on autopilot. The same habits, the same behaviors, the same thoughts, day after day. And then the question arises, who actually decides what we think? Many feel like victims of their circumstances. And yes, there is advertising, the pharmaceutical industry, the media, and social conditioning, all constantly telling you what is supposed to be good for you. We live in an energetic environment that sends us endless messages. You're not good enough. Be prettier, be more successful, be healthier, do more. And the crucial point is we start to believe them. This brings us to a very important point, beliefs. All these outside messages, you're not enough, you must do more, you must be prettier. At some point, they settle into our subconscious. There they begin to act like an invisible program that runs our life. We often do not notice it because we think those are our own thoughts. And yes, we think those thoughts, and they are our own thoughts. But the reason we think those thoughts is not our true essence. And in truth, those thoughts, they are mostly stored patterns, taken on from society, from our parents, from the female ancestral line, or from past experiences. These beliefs run quietly in the background and create a reality that does not reflect our true essence. And when such patterns exist long enough, they also condense in the energy system and can finally become physically visible. And when we look even deeper, we see behind every energetic blockage, there is a belief stored in our subconscious. Because we must first believe something before feeling arise, and then thoughts. A thought never just appears out of nowhere. These beliefs are invisible programs that have been active in us for years, or even for generations. They shape how we feel, how we act, and they decide whether our creative energy can flow freely or whether it gets stuck somewhere. Especially with fibroids, or with problems in the ovaries or the womb, certain recurring beliefs appear. And those are exactly the ones I want to look with you more deeply, because they hold the key to understand the message your body is trying to send you. Many women carry unconscious beliefs such as a woman, I am worthless. Women are rejected. Being a woman means pain. These are often shaped by family experiences where women, perhaps even your own mother, were rejected, hurt or shamed. These fears, they sit really deep in the feminine center and blocks you from fully embracing your female power. Other beliefs that often appear are, I'm not allowed to be who I am. I'm not allowed to be who I am. My wishes have no place. My ideas do not matter. These beliefs suppress creative energy, the very power connected with the womb and your ovaries. The impulse to bring forth new life, children, projects, visions. When this flow is blocked, the energy builds up and eventually shows itself in the body. Another very present belief is, I must be strong and endure everything. This is often inherited from the ancestral line, from generations of women who had no choice but to endure. This weight settles exactly where life is meant to be nourished and carried. When it comes to our female ancestral line, our mothers, grandmothers, and the woman before them, we often still carry fields within us that are not truly our own. All those experiences of pain, suppression, unexpressed female power, of forced endurance are still present in the collective field, and we unconsciously resonate with them. Be aware, you do not have to carry this resonance any further. If themes arise that do not really feel like yours, they may come from here. Your body shows you not only your own experiences, but also those parts where, through your beliefs, you are still connected with those old energies. Added to this are convictions like, I'm not valuable enough to be seen and loved. Or, I must not take up space. And the creative space of the womb becomes a storehouse for all that has been held back. Now something is very important for me to say. These convictions, these beliefs are not true. They are old programs, inherited forms from your family, from society, and maybe from your friends. But they are not your true essence. You have the power to question them and to replace them step by step. Instead of, as a woman, I am worthless, you can begin to say, I'm valuable exactly as I am. Instead of, my wishes have no place, you can say, my wishes are allowed. They are important and right. Instead of, I must be strong and endure everything, you can say, I'm allowed to be soft, I'm allowed to feel, I'm allowed to cry. And there lies my strength. Instead of, I must not take up space, you can say, my being has space, my body is a sacred place. When you begin to consciously bring such new positive beliefs into your field, a completely different energy emerges. Your body feels the change, and step by step, space opens for vitality and creation, and joy returns to your life. When you begin to truly question an old belief and replace it with a new conviction, something in your energy field changes immediately. The old blockage was like a condensation, a kind of knot in your energy system. It held back the life force that was meant to flow freely. The moment you bring a new truth into your field, for example, I am valuable, this knot begins to dissolve. That does not mean the old energy disappears overnight, but it loses its power. It is filled with light. Imagine a dark room slowly being flooded with light. The old is still there for a while, but it breaks apart layer by layer until it no longer has a hold. Energetically, life force begins to move again. What was held back starts to flow. Something felt as warmth, sometimes as emotions rising to the surface so that they can be released. And this is the key. The blockage is not your enemy. It was only a signal that something was out of flow. As soon as you recognize the message and anchor a new clear truth within yourself, this blockage transforms into strength, vitality, and free energy. And you know, it is not about simply repeating to yourself, I'm valuable. No, it is not repeating a sentence. It is changing your belief system. What matters is anchoring this truth deeply in your awareness, in your feelings, in your entire energy system. It means beginning to feel it and to live by it. Not only thinking it in your head, but making small daily choices that align with your new belief. If you say to yourself, I'm valuable, then show it by giving yourself breaks, setting boundaries, and honoring your needs. If you say, my wishes have space, then begin to fulfill small wishes. Not someday, but now. The same applies to other beliefs. If you feel, I'm allowed to be vulnerable and to feel, then allow yourself conscious moments to feel everything that arises within you. Perhaps by giving yourself time to cry, to rest, or simply to be held by someone without needing to explain. This is how the new belief slowly becomes more than just an idea. It becomes a lived truth. Your body responds, your energy field realigns, and what was once a blockage begins to transform into strength. And maybe as you listen now, you realize, yes, I see myself in this. And at the same time, I do not know how to get out of these patterns on my own. This is exactly why I offer you a free first call with my team. In this first call, we will look at your situation together. We will find out which energetic blockages are still holding you back and which beliefs are working in the background. And most important, you will receive impulses from my experts, how to begin turning these old patterns into your new strength. It is not about promising you a quick fix. It is about giving you space to see yourself more clearly and to take the first step into real transformation. Because true healing always begins by seeing the cause and understanding the message your body wants to show you. So if you feel that now is the right moment, take the chance and secure your first free spot. The first step is often the most important, and this is the step you can take today. So I hope this helps you. And share this important video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I love you.